Hello everybody, Pyro back here again. For today's video, we're actually going to be trying to react to 5 most haunted objects in the world by Unexplained Mysteries. I think that's the guy's channel's name. I don't know exactly. So, okay, just so I can say this right now before we even start, no, I do not believe in this. I do not believe in ghosts or demons or anything like that. Just want to make sure I got that out there. Here we go.
When a ghost or other supernatural being refuses to move on
Turn
after
this up
death,
a bit.
instead choosing to dwell among the living. Though most people associate hauntings with houses, a spirit or demon can attach themselves to just about any object, from clothes to paintings. So here are 5 objects that are believed to be haunted.
Number 5.
In 1970, a woman shopping in a thrift store
Good luck
bought a
telling me that's
Raggedy
not
Ann
creepy
style
as hell.
doll for her daughter, who was in college. Her daughter liked it and placed it in her apartment, but soon she and her roommates both noticed odd things happening involving the
It's kind of
doll.
like that one
By
that
itself, often being
was
found
said
in
that it
another
always
room
moved
even though
around,
no one had
destroyed
touched
everything.
it. They found small scraps of parchment paper which they didn't even own, with childish handwriting scrawled on them. They even found the doll standing on its own legs one day. The frightened girls contacted a psychic medium, who told them that the doll was possessed by the spirit of a young girl who had died in the apartment building.
That's not true.
Annabelle said that she liked the college girls and wanted to stay with them, so they
That's
told
a
her she
demon.
could. Unfortunately, granting the spirit this permission led to increased paranormal activity in their apartment, including having a male friend get attacked by the doll one night, leaving vicious scratch marks all over his chest and torso. The girls contacted well-known psychic investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The married duo soon found that the doll was not possessed by the spirit of a child. Rather, it is possessed by a demon who has lied about his identity in order to get close to the girls, perhaps intending to possess one or both of them. The girls gave Annabelle to the Warrens, who encased it in a glass display cabinet in their occult museum in Connecticut. The sign on the glass reads, "Warning, positively do not open."
Yeah, no duh.
In 2000, an anonymous eBay seller listed a painting created by
really
artist Bill
strange.
Stoneham called "The Hands Resist Him." This painting is now largely considered to be one of the world's most haunted works of art.
What's up with the
The
little
painting
girl?
features a boy and a creepy doll standing in
Oh,
front
it's a
of a glass
doll,
door.
okay.
The painting was created in 1972 and purchased by Hollywood actor John Marley. It was then bought by a California couple before going up for sale on eBay, along with a dire warning about the problems involved with owning the object. According to the couple, the figures in the painting moved around at night, sometimes disappearing from the canvas entirely. The boy in the painting was said to enter the room where the painting was hung, and everyone who viewed the painting reported feeling sick and weak. Small children would take one look at the painting and run from the room screaming. Adults sometimes felt like unseen hands were grabbing them, and others said they felt a blast of hot air, as if they'd opened an oven. Even those who viewed the painting online claimed to feel a sense of unease, dread or terror when looking at the painting. One person even claimed that their brain printer refused to take a photo of the painting. However, it worked fine on every other print job.
It sounds like just like a placebo effect kind of thing.
Rapids. When the gallery spoke to the artist who had created it, he was surprised to hear that his work was the center of a paranormal investigation. But he did mention that 2 people who originally displayed and reviewed the painting had died within a year of viewing The Hands Resist Him.
Huh. Strange name for it,
though. In 1849, a girl from a rich family named Anna Baker fell in love with a low-class iron worker. Anna's father would marry her beloved, banishing the young man from their hometown of Altoona, Pennsylvania, and dooming his daughter to a life of spinsterhood. Anna was so angry with her father that she never fell in love or married, and remained bitter and angry until her death in 1914. Before her father sent her true love away, Anna had chosen a beautiful wedding dress that she intended to wear at their wedding. When the wedding did not occur, another wealthy woman from a local family, Elizabeth Dysart, wore the dress instead, gloating the entire time. Years later, the wedding dress was given to a historical society, and eventually the Baker mansion was turned into a museum. The wedding dress was placed in a glass case in what was formerly Anna Baker's bedroom. After her death, visitors claimed to see the dress move on its own, especially during full moons.
Really? That is so corny.
The dress sways from side to side, as if an unseen bride is standing in front of her mirror, admiring herself in the gown. Investigators who have searched for drafts and other naturally occurring circumstances have come up empty-handed.
Hell, they probably freaking attach wires to it just to freaking spook visitors
that Anna Baker
and
had
tourists.
reclaimed her dress at last.
That is so corny.
In 1896,
and that was the one I was talking about before.
To a child named Robert Eugene
Freaking destroys everything. Blames the kid for it.
The doll had been given to him by a servant who practiced black magic and who disliked the boy's family. The little boy adored his doll and would often talk to him at length. Servants in the Otto home became concerned. They swore they could hear a phantom voice talking back to the boy. and neighbours claimed to have seen the doll move from window to window in the Otto house when
Yeah, I
no
think it's
one was at
creepy as
home.
hell.
Soon the doll started causing mischief, and the frightened child would claim that he had no part in it. Rooms would be messed up, vases smashed, and little Robert would be blamed. Even though he seemed extremely afraid and insisted that his doll had done the
Stop
deeds,
buzzing.
Robert inherited the house and died in 1972, so the house was purchased by
Really?
another family. A little girl who had just moved into the home
Okay, I
found
know
the
I
doll
said I
in
don't
the
believe in
attic and was
demons or anything,
instantly
but
afraid
that's
of
just
it.
weird.
She said the doll was alive and wanted to kill her. The doll finally wound up at an art gallery and historical museum in Key West, where it
Really?
remains on display to this day. Oddly enough, visitors to the museum claim they can ask permission to take a photograph of the doll.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn
If
it
they
off.
don't, legend has it the doll will curse you. The museum displays
Curse
letters
you.
from
Take a
so-called
picture of a
cursed
doll and it'll
individuals
curse
who
you.
have written
Really?
to the doll, apologizing for not asking to take his picture, and asking to be released from his spell.
Wow.
In 1702, a convicted murderer named Thomas Busby was about to be hanged for his crimes. His last request was to have his final meal served at his favourite pub in Thirsk, England. He finished his meal, stood up and said, "May sudden death come to anyone who dare sit in my chair." The chair remained in the pub for centuries, and patrons would often dare one another to sit in the cursed seat. During World War II, airmen from a nearby base frequented the pub, and locals noticed that the soldiers who sat in the chair would never return from war. In 1967, 2 Royal Air Force pilots sat in the chair, only to crash their truck into a tree just after they left. In 1970, a mason tested his fate in the hot seat, only to die that same afternoon by falling into a hole at his job site. A year after that, a roofer who sat on it died after the roof he was working on collapsed. When the pub's cleaning lady tripped and fell into the chair, she died shortly afterwards from a brain tumour. The list goes on, and finally the pub owner moved the chair into the basement. Unfortunately, even in storage, the chair claimed another victim. After a delivery man took a quick rest while unloading packages in the storeroom, he was killed in a car accident that same day. Eventually, the pub owner donated the chair to a local museum in 1972. The museum displays the chair by hanging it 5 feet in the air so that no one can possibly sit in it by mistake again. Fortunately, no one has sat in the chair since. So that's 5 objects believed to be haunted.
Strange.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, well, he already said it. Thank you for watching this video. Here's a little challenge. In the comment section below, tell me what your favorite one was, and tell me if you've actually heard of or seen any other objects that you think are actually haunted. But to be honest, though, most of those were so corny, it was ridiculous. Like the wedding dress, they probably just put wires in it to move it around to scare tourists and get more people in, make more money. Seriously? Come on. Some of this stuff is just ridiculous. Anyways, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want. And I will see you all next time.